Hello, my awesome Math 8 students. First, I wanted to just say great job on your first week back for quarter 4. A lot of you guys did an awesome job on consistently turning in your assignments. So please keep up the good work. Do not get lazy and procrastinate, because what happens is as soon as we procrastinate, it starts to pile up and it gets to be too much. So do one thing at a time. Alright, so today, during today's Ed Puzzle, you guys are going to copy the notes as I go through the Ed Puzzle. So like we did last week, make sure you put the title and title your homework number 3. Also put your name, date, and period. If you don't, I will be taking points off because I need to know who's turning in the assignment. So please name, date, and period. So as you're going along in the Ed Puzzle, you're going to use this template that I'm going to post, and you're going to follow along. So I need to see the Pythagorean Theorem, the legs, hypotenuse, square root. You're going to copy this all down. Here's problem 2, and it's kind of out of order. Then we go to problem 4 and 3. So let's get started. All right, so just a quick little reminder. Let's remind ourselves what the Pythagorean Theorem is, what do legs mean, and all that stuff. So real quick reminder, our Pythagorean Theorem is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So we need to make sure we know that by heart. And then our legs are the two shortest sides of a right triangle, okay? So the legs are the two shortest sides, and they're represented by A and B in the triangle. Then we have our hypotenuse, which is the longest side of a right triangle, or it is across the street. I like to say across the street from the right angle, and it is also represented by C. So looking back at the Pythagorean Theorem, right? A and B are our legs, and C is our hypotenuse. Also, remember, the inverse of squaring a number is going to be your square root. So I've asked that question a couple of times. All right, so here we go. Let's get into some word problems. So the hardest thing for word problems is just setting the problem up. Real quick, I just want to talk about the directions right here. So it says we must draw a picture. So make sure you draw a picture, identify A, B, and C, and apply the Pythagorean Theorem. And you must give your answer with units. So you guys already know how to apply the Pythagorean Theorem. Like I said, the hardest part is going to be creating or setting up the triangle. So as you can see, we don't have a triangle yet. So we need to go ahead and create the triangle with the given information from the problem. So here we go. I'm going to read the problem to you. Number 2. So the foot of a ladder is placed 6 feet from a wall. Okay, so I'm going to underline some of the important information. The foot of the ladder is 6 feet away from the wall. The top of the ladder rests 8 feet up on the wall. How long is the ladder? Okay, so let's go ahead and imagine this. Remember, it's all about drawing. So I have a wall. Here's my wall. Don't make fun of my drawings. I'm not great at it. And then it says a ladder is resting on top of the wall. Okay, I cannot draw straight lines with this thing. So here's my ladder. Okay, it said that the foot of the ladder is placed 6 feet from the wall. So here we go. 6 feet from the wall is where the foot of the ladder is placed. So that's 6 feet right there. Then it says if the top of the ladder rests 8 feet up on the wall. So 8 feet up on the wall. So here we go. The ladder is resting 8 feet up on the wall. See, the ladder is resting right here, 8 feet above the floor. We want to know how long is the actual ladder. Okay, so how long is the ladder itself? So as you can tell, we are missing the hypotenuse of the triangle because it is across the street from the right angle. So here we go. We are missing C. All right, so I need to identify the A, B, and C, our legs and our hypotenuse, like we said. So I'm just going to say A is 6 feet. Remember, it doesn't matter which one's A and which one's B. You just choose. They're both legs. And B is 8 feet. And we don't know what C is. That's what we need to find out, is how long the ladder is. Okay, so I need to bring out my Pythagorean Theorem. So the last step is to apply the Pythagorean Theorem. So here we go. We said Pythagorean Theorem is A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Draw my line down. All right, well, we said A is 6 feet, so I'm going to put 6 for A plus, well, what did we say B is? That is 8. So I'm going to put 8 squared, and we don't know what C is, so we're just going to leave it C squared. Well, look at your square chart. What's 6 squared? 36. What is 8 squared? 64. Equals, bring everything down. You want to combine these like terms first. 36 plus 64. Plug that into your calculator. What does that give you? 100. Okay, but C is not by itself. It still has the square. So we said the opposite of squaring something is the square root. So we have to square root on both sides. Remember, we always have to do both sides. The square and the square root cancel out, so you're just left with C. And the square root of 100 is 10. Well, remember, it is 10 feet because we wanted to know how long the ladder is. So in conclusion, the ladder is 10 feet long. All right, so that's our final answer. So like I said, the hardest part is just setting up the triangle. All right, let's look at this next one real quick. Okay, John leaves school to go home. He walks 6 blocks north, and he walks 8 blocks west. So that's going to be important. How far is John from school? Okay, so how far is John from school? So here we go. I'm going to try to create my triangle real quick. So if you don't know your directions, here's a little thing. Never eat soggy waffles. That's how you can remember north, east, south, west. That's what I was taught when I was little. All right, so here we go. We have John. Let's say this is John's starting spot. They said he goes 6 blocks north. So I'm going to go 6 blocks north. So that's 6. And then it says he goes 8 blocks west. So I'm going to go 8 blocks west. So that's 8. And then we want to know how far is John from school. Okay, so here's the distance we're trying to find. The hypotenuse again, because that's how far he is from his school. So remember, across the street, so we're missing C. So like we said, you need to identify your A, B, and C. I want you guys to finish this one on your own. It's very similar to the one above, but I just wanted to help set up the picture for you. So just like we did with this example, you want to set up your Pythagorean theorem. Make sure you substitute everything in the correct spot. All right, I'm going to do this last example for you. So number 4 is pretty much the only thing you're going to need to do on your own. All right, so here we go. Another one about a ladder. A ladder must be placed 3 feet from the wall. The ladder is 12 feet long. How far above the ground does the ladder touch the wall? So here we go. You're going to create your little scenario. So we have the wall and we have the ladder. Okay, so what information was given? Well, it said the ladder is 3 feet away from the wall. It's placed 3 feet from the wall. So here's the 3 feet. It said the ladder is 12 feet long. So here's the 12 feet. Now we want to know how far above the ground does the ladder touch the wall. So we're missing a side length, okay? So we're not missing the hypotenuse this time because remember the hypotenuse is across the street from a right angle. So we're not missing the hypotenuse. So here we go. Let's identify our legs. We'll say A is 3 feet. We don't know what B is yet. I could put X, right? But we know what C is. That's 12 feet. All right, so we have our Pythagorean theorem, right? We're going to say A squared plus B squared equals C squared. And we're going to just go ahead and plug everything directly into the equation. Well, what is A squared? We said 3, so what's 3 squared? B squared, we're going to use X. We don't know what X is yet. And C squared is 12. 3 squared is 9. X squared just stays X squared. And we said 12 squared is going to be 144. Right? We have a positive 9, so I want to subtract 9 on both sides. Subtract 9 on both sides. The 2 9s cancel out, and then I have 144 minus 9, which gives me 135, Okay, so I have x squared equals 135. And I need to make sure I square root both sides, right? We said the square root is the inverse of squaring something, so the square and the square root cancel out. Plug in, what is the square root of 135? Well, if you plug that into a calculator, the square root of 135 is 11.6. All right, so the ladder is 11.6 feet above the wall. All right, so hopefully this helps clarify how to do word problems with Pythagorean theorem. Like I said, it's all the same, but now it's just setting up the picture, which is the hardest part. Make sure as you were watching this video, you were copying down all definitions, formulas, and examples, because remember, this does count as homework 3 for this week, but I do want to see everything down just like you were copying notes in class. All right, I hope this helped. Let me know if you have any questions, Mr.